So I don't know where you live, but where I live, it's been like 95 plus degrees the past couple of days. So yeah, it's been real hot. And I know some people say that they glisten. I don't glisten, I sweat. So with that in mind, I try to like use products that aren't super duper heavy and are just gonna like last, hopefully, and just not have a whole bunch of stuff on that's gonna make me hotter and like temperature, not in looks. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started and just show you like what I do. Yeah, here we go. So I'm going to go ahead in with my Milk Hydro Grip Primer. You also want to make sure that you have put on your moisturizer and your sunscreen. Even if you're darker skinned, we still need sunscreen, okay? This is the Sigma, one of the Sigma eyeshadow bases, and this one is in the shade Ignite. So I'm just going to go in with that, put a bit on my eyelids. And then I'm going to take my Anissa Beauty concealer brush and blend that in a bit. I think what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go in with some of my Danessa Myricks products. Now, the Color Fix products that Danessa Myricks has, here's one, here's another. I have a couple of them. But these, once you put them on, they are going nowhere until you like intentionally take them off. So yeah, it usually has a tip on the end. But mine doesn't, because I was trying to like get it out of the package and it was like stuck. So I'm smart. So I started like trying to cut it open, and then I got part of it off and I like squeezed it and it went everywhere. So luckily I have like these little like jars thingies, and so I pretty much just scooped it all into here. Girl, because I wanted, like, I'm not wasting product. Okay, but I think today what I'm gonna do is use, I have two of the mattes right now. This one is chocolate and it's sort of this brownish reddish color, and this one is Desert Rose. I think I'll go in with, actually no, I don't know. Maybe I'll start off with a bit of chocolate. So I'm actually just going to put a dollop on my finger and just go ahead and put that on. As you can see, like as soon as you put it on, it is giving you a lot of pigment. And interestingly, I thought this shade Chocolate was going to be just sort of like brown, but it has like a reddish undertone to it, which is fine, you know. That one. I'm just gonna grab this Sigma brush. It is the E25 blending, and I'm just going to spread the rest of that Color Fix. Now you do want to work relatively quickly with the Color Fix because they honestly will just dry down. And like I said, they are like immovable once that happens. I think I'm gonna go with Venus. So since it's in this little pot and I have nails, I'm not going to try to get my finger in there. I think that's just, it's not gonna be a good idea. A BH Cosmetics brush, here it is. And I'm using it because it has this like flat shape. Just gonna grab a bit of this on this brush. Hope this works. All right, so I'm gonna let that set down for a bit and just blend everything together and do the other eye, and then I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I went ahead and did the other eye, and what I did was I blended everything out with these two colors here in this Kaleidos Cyber Bronze palette, and these are the colors Droid and Y2K. So I use those just to add a little bit of blending, and I will definitely be talking about these shades in my weekly wrap-up palette thingamajiggy. So now that I have that done, I am going to go in with some base products. Hold on, let me put the cap on this before. So the two that I pulled out are the Fenty Eavesdrop, this is in the shade 21, and the Danessa Myricks Vision Cream, and this is in the shade N09. What I like about the Fenty Eavesdrop is it gives such a blurring effect, and then with the Vision Cream, it just covers everything. So I'm taking a little bit of both, I'm putting it on my palette here, and I'll show you in a moment. Okay, so this is literally how much I'm gonna use. This is from earlier today when I used a couple drops and like still haven't finished it. So I'm actually just gonna go in with my fingers and get a bit on there. And what I'm doing is just putting it on just to even stuff out on my face. I'm not necessarily looking for any sort of extreme coverage. Oh shoot, my fan is on and it's loud, so I just turned that off. Sorry about that. Now, even though I'm not one to really like to use my fingers to apply makeup, like fingers can really be your best tool. And when I'm going for something just like lighter and I want things to kind of just melt into my skin, then fingers feel like the best way to go. Okay, I think I'll go ahead in with this BK Beauty 106, and I'm gonna spray a bit of setting spray on it, and just buff everything in to make sure everything is blended. Brush, and I am using the NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer, but I took the stopper out because I was getting to the end of it, and now it's in this little jar. These are like, if you can get these little jars from like CVS or wherever, they come in so handy. The amount of times I've had to like put stuff in there. Child. Grabbing my mirror, and I'm going to blend this out, starting with my fingers. So for folks who don't want to be using like a ton of brushes and things like that, honestly, get you some products that you can just like blend out really easily with your fingers. And the thing with using your fingers is that it warms up the product and helps the product to like blend and spread a little bit better. Now, because I have long nails, I usually do have to go back in with a brush just because I can't necessarily get into like the corners. Ooh, girl. Oh, no, you did not. Ooh, ooh, you better hope it come off. Okay. So there was that. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Sonia G Jumbo Concealer from the Fusion line that sold out in like 15 seconds. And apparently Sonia G is coming out with more brushes, the Lotus collection, and they can, I think it's 5 brushes, and they are sold in a set. They're not gonna be sold individually. And I'm like, you know what, Sonia, I like you, but I'm not buying no more brushes, okay? Now I'm going to go into my blush, and this is the cream blush from Milani, and this is in the shade Nude Kiss. Still using my fingers for everything, which is a little bit harder because I've hit pan on this. Y'all, it took me a while to realize the cicadas are like gone. I got so used to them. But I guess we have to wait another 13 years, 17 years. I feel like I hear so many numbers, but I think it's between 13 and 17. And I am going to take that same BK Beauty brush that I used, the 106, and I'm just going to tap everything in a bit more. So this is the shade Espresso, one of the matchsticks, going in with the finger. Just want to bring a little bit of color. And now I'm going to set everything with powder, which is super duper important, especially when you want stuff to stay. So I am just gonna go into my Charlotte Tilbury. I'm gonna take the shade number 3, if I can open it, there it is, and grab a brush. Now, usually I use the BK Beauty 102, but today I'm gonna use the 105, and it has this sort of like dome shape. But, I'm using it because I really want to press the powder into my face rather than just kind of buff it on or in, which I would do with the 102. And that's because I want to really set it so that it can last. Now I'm going to go in with some mascara, and I'm going to use the Urban Decay Perversion Mascara. Got the mascara on, and I'm going to finish everything off with the Dose of Colors lip gloss in Just Because. And you know what? I think I want to be a little bit extra, and I am going to grab, I think I'm going to get my Danessa Myricks Dew Wet in the shade Rosewater. This is just like this balm that you could put everywhere. And I like to put it at the high points of my cheeks just to give a little bit of extra something. Now, to finish everything off, I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray because this is just going to help the makeup last even longer. You know I had to be extra. So, here is the finished look. Just like simple, easy stuff that's gonna last throughout the day. The one thing that I will probably have to reapply is the lip gloss, which is totally fine. You can also just wear a liquid lipstick or a bullet lipstick, whatever you want. I'm more concerned with like the things on my face, like my cheeks and my forehead and stuff, rather than the stuff on my lips, because I don't mind reapplying that. But I do want everything else to stay, and I feel like this is a super like quick, cute sort of summer look. I just went ahead and pulled my hair all the way up and kind of tucked it under into a bun, and I'm ready to go. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this helps, and I will see you next time.